Leo, come here. Come here. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. Love is Blind, Season 7, Episode 3. Is it too late? Maybe. I don't know. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, thumbs up the video. Leave your comments down below, only on episodes 1, 2, and 3. Some of y'all were putting spoilers in the chat and you have been removed, okay? I'm sorry, I told y'all, snitches get stitches. Y'all know what that means over here. The block is hot, all right? So if you haven't already, do all the appropriate things. But let's talk about this. So I've been real cute so far with everybody. We've been giving everybody the benefit of the doubt. I haven't had to raise my voice in any capacity with regards to anybody, but that all stops today. Because Brittany, Hannah, and Leo, y'all are working my last nerve. Especially you, Leo. Leonardo, whatever your full name is. Leangelo. Okay? So, before we get to them, let's start with Garrett and Taylor. They finally meet, okay? So, of course, everybody's always nervous before the walls open. They see each other. It was kind of quiet. Okay, kind of silent, but they walk up to each other. They immediately hug, they kiss. He wastes no time getting down on one knee, throws the ring box behind him very dramatically, and he re-proposes to her. We find out that Taylor's mom is Fong. Here's the thing, and she's from Hong Kong. Here's the thing, Taylor, again, you made it a thing. You made it a thing, because if your last name is Krause, you know, that is very ambiguous, okay? You could have just been like, my mom's name starts with an F, and that's all you need to know, and we wouldn't have thought anything of it. You made it a thing. So then Taylor once again is harping on race. So Taylor asks him, so did you have any guesses on what my race was? No, because he wasn't thinking about that. He wasn't thinking about it before you brought it up initially. Don't lead with your race, Taylor, and then feel away if he starts to make comments regarding not realizing that you were not going to be white. Don't do that. Don't open up Pandora's box, okay? So their conversation was awkward. It was very much giving, I like you. Thank you. This is great. Thank you. Are you excited? Thank you. I was like, oh, y'all don't have no chemistry. Okay. Y'all don't have chemistry. Hopefully it just builds. But it was wasn't tense. It was just awkward. We then get Bowden and Marissa, Bodie, as she was calling him. So he comes in right away and was like, I know who else you've been talking to. I said, oh, Stank. I didn't like that at all, Bowden. I didn't like that at all, and she didn't either. So Marissa was like, how do you know? And Bowden was like, oh, because, you know, the guys, we were all talking, and it came up, and, like, I know who you're talking to now. And she was like, oh, okay. So they ask each other what would their future potential mother-in-laws give as advice about their own child. She said her mom would say to be patient with her. He said that his mom would be on some, he get out of line, call me, I got you. And I said, sure. She has been in love one time before, just with one other person. He has been in love twice. Once with, I think he said between 18 and 20 years old, and then his ex-wife. They are both military, and they keep harping on that. Oh, well, you were in love how many times? You're military. You were in love how many times? You're military. You're military. You're military. You get a military. You get a military. You get a service. You get a service. We get it. Y'all live in D.C. Y'all are from the service. We get it. We get it. He tells her that that's a yellow flag. She tells him it's a yellow flag, but she's offended that it's a yellow flag because it's her. And he's like, it's me too. And it's like, this is as bad as the damn camel conversation. What do y'all be talking about? What do y'all be talking about? He then tells her that she obviously has a thing for guys that have been married before, because we know that Ramsey has been, Ramses? They said Ramses. Ramsey has been married before as well. Now, what I did not like about Bowden is that Bowden did a lot of referring to Ramsey, like kind of indirectly to kind of probe. And I think that Bowden was doing that to get that whole, no, I think you're better. No, I think you're better. He was on that type of time. And I think she clocked it. I didn't like it. And I don't think she liked it either. She then refers to Bowden as Marissa as the best thing that ever happened to her. And I said, that's a tall order. Wow, that's okay. That's a lot to give somebody. We then see her on a date with Ramsey, and he's like, look, I got in my head, I found out who you were talking to, who else, and it just made me like, I don't know. I got lost in my head, but he tells her, look, I just need some reassurance. I want to keep connecting with you. I want to keep pursuing you, but I just need some reassurance that like you are still rocking and socking with me. And she was like, yes, of course. She was like, don't break up with me. I'm still all in. This is my thing. We are on the show where, oops, sorry, y'all. We are on this show where you guys know that you're basically speed dating. Everybody is dating other people. I will never understand this whole scenario of I got lost in my head because I found out that you were dating someone else. There are what, 15 and 15? Yes. So there was going to be some overlappage. I don't understand this. So they then begin to talk about gender roles in the household. Ramsey said that he doesn't think, or actually Marissa says she does not think that a woman should do all of the household stuff. I'm not going to cook and clean and do all this stuff for the kids and do all that by myself. She don't think that's fair. Ramsey is like, I don't think it's fair either. That's not the type of time that I'm on. He said, I want to help. I want to be hands-on. I want to, help you with the kids. It shouldn't be you waking up and having to get yourself ready for work and get the kids ready while cook breakfast and do all that. This is not the 1950s, honey. Ramsey is all in to be a 50-50 partnership. Marissa then is like, I don't want to be a stay-at-home wife, but you can be a stay-at-home dad, though. I'm okay with that. I said, oh. So what I got from this, and I could correct me if I'm wrong, I think that Marissa wants the home life without having to be the homemaker in it. You see what I'm saying? Like, Marissa wants to be the one that goes out and makes the money and then comes home and then can just like slide in with the household without having to do too much. That's what I got from it. I could be wrong. I know that she is a lawyer or she went to law school. And he's like, I get it. I'm cool with it. I can look for remote work or I can switch to remote work. And I have no problem, helping out with the kids if stuff like that happens. So cool. No harm, no foul. So far, they are cool. I don't know which way I think she's leaning more because we haven't seen a lot of them because we've been looking at all the stupid people a little too much. Looking at you, Hannah, Leo, Brittany, and Nick. We then get to Tim and Alex. So Tim said that they're talking and he's like, because I'm a dog. I was with her. What does that mean? Terrible analogy. And his response is he wants somebody that is going to bite back. That is a terrible analogy to use, Tim. On the sticky you go. Because why would you say that? That was so irritating to me. Dropped you down a couple of notches because I believe that words hold power. I believe that everything that you speak into the atmosphere is deep down is something that you truly believe. I would never say that I'm a dog. I would never say, "Oh, I'm a bitch." So I'm that bitch. Okay. So he tells her that he just basically he don't want to push over. He wants somebody that is going to battle with him and like he wants you to hold your own, basically. So he's wondering if they could even have fun together since all their conversations have been heavy. I'm sorry, Tim, that is on your behalf. Let's be very clear about this. And I do like Tim, But Tim is the one coming in with sad story after sad story after sad story. Tim, you are the one evoking all the tears, talking about how your sisters have passed away, and all your stories are just super sad. Ask yourself, do you know how to have fun? Because Alex is literally just like, I mean, let's be real. If you're telling a sad story about how you're trying to get your sister's class ring off, and while it might be a cute memory, it's sad AF, she can't follow it up and be like, dude, okay, so this one time at this party, let me tell you, like, she can't do that. You got to know how to read energies and read the room. I now wonder, can they have fun together, or is it going to solely be Tim bringing down the mood? Being a, what is it? It's not Debbie Downer, a Dougie Downer. Is that what they call it when the men do it? You know what I mean? Like, so it is Tyler's birthday. He's kicking it with Ashley A. And y'all know they like to read stuff on here. So she reads him this letter. She gets emotional. He gets choked up. But it's basically her saying that she feels safe with him. And she's following her heart and her gut. And she wants to remind him that he is deserving of all the best things in life, including love and happiness and an amazing family. She wants to jump both feet in, okay? Leap. She wants to leap in fully with him. He proposes to her. He's crying. She's crying. They say, I love you, finally at the same time. Because there's been a lot of, I really love you. And then she, like, will say it back a little bit later. They both say it at the same time. I love you too. And then, but when she went back to the ladies' lounge, she wasn't exactly excited. I don't know if that's just Ashley's personality. Maybe she might be a little more reserved. But I was like, damn, girl, I feel like everybody is excited for you. And you were just like, yeah, it happened. little concerning, but we're going to try to work it out. Hannah, meanwhile, is in the ladies' lounge, and we find out that she has lost 40 pounds in the last year. Thank you to the commenter that kept saying it every recap. We got to the part, ma'am. We got here. You just got to give us time to get here, okay? We found out that Hannah has lost 40 pounds. And Hannah is telling Brittany that she likes the fact that she knows that they're both talking to Leo. And Brittany was like, well, shit, I don't. Brittany, you said it. Brittany can do all she wants to, and Brittany can make it seem as much as she wants to that was an accident. That was on purpose. And the way that Brittany has been moving in these conversations with Leo tells me that it has been on purpose, okay? Walk with me. We're going to get there. So the ladies are all saying that Brittany is very angelic. And she's like, yeah, I get that often. From who? From who? Meanwhile, in the men's lounge, Leo is asking David about Hannah. Now, David is just brand new person that just popped up, okay? I don't even think we've seen David prior to this. So David said, well, I didn't dump Hannah. Hannah dumped me. He was like, but I don't want to say too much and, get all in y'all biz. And Leo was like, no, tell me. So David said that Hannah told him that she is 5'9", okay? Tall drink of water. David is 5'8", and Hannah was like, no, ma'am, Pam, you got to be 6 feet or taller to ride this ride. I'm the same way. I want you to be 6 feet or taller. I found out my real height, y'all. I found out my real height. I am literally like 2.5 inches shorter than I thought I was. But my limit, my level, my standard is still 6 feet or taller as well. So Leo looks mortified. And I wanted to say, Leo, how tall are you? Like, because Leo was kind of probably thinking, well, shit, I'm only 5'7.5". So, yeah. But it makes her look superficial at the end of the day. So Brittany is emotional because all Brittany does is cry. Brittany's emotional, and there's some serious self-esteem issues going on here, or it's manipulation. I haven't quite decided yet. But Brittany is saying that because she dates athletes and these high profile men, it just reminds her that she is not the only person, the only woman that they have access to. So she doesn't like being pinned against other women and being like basically part of a lineup. She wants to be the one and only. Miss Mamas, why did you come on to this show? Again, why did you come on to this show? We got to get some perspective about ourselves. This makes no sense to me. This is irritating to hear. This is irritating to watch. This woman sit and cry about how she doesn't want to be in a situation where she is not the only one, yet you brought your ass on Love is Blind, where you know 15 men are going to date 15 women, and it's all going to be mixed up and intertwined like this. What did you expect to happen, Brittany? You expected to pop your shit and be that bitch off rip? No. That's not how the show works. You were pinned up with 14 other women the day you stepped foot inside that studio. Come on. So then Brittany goes and talks to Leo. Sick of him. So he tells her he knows he needs to make a decision and he wants to make it, but he's going to make it later. And she was like, spit it out. And I was with her this entire conversation. Listen. This conversation, and I was on Brittany's side with this. Leo, you came into this conversation, and instead of using this as an opportunity to talk to her, to dig more into her, to learn more into her, to assess more of her thought process and her goals and her values and her morals, you spent this entire time telling her how you don't know about her, not asking any follow-up questions, not asking any probing questions to maybe ease a fear or, get more clarity on something. You spent the entire time going on and on about how it's hard for you to make a decision. Let's be real. Let's put ourselves in Brittany's position, right? I am Brittany. I love this man. I think I do. I'm attracted to him. I'm attracted to his mental, his psyche. I like the way that I feel when I'm in the pods with him. And all he is saying is, well, I like you, but I like Stephanie over there too. I can understand how Brittany feels the way that she feels. So she doesn't feel like he's giving her the emotional security that she needs, and he's not. Because at no point is Leo ever saying, trust me, I really like you. I just need to sort out a couple things. It's always me. This is hard for me. Oh my God, I get to pick between two women. Oh my God, I'm so rich. Oh my God. Oh my God, throw the money. Oh my God. That's all Leo does. He whines. So then Brittany gut punches him and said, look, be very clear. This is not solely your decision. I can literally say I'm done right now and leave. And Leo was like, oh my God, thank you so much for saying that. You were so smart. Oh my God. I said, Leo, shut your dumb ass up. I'm so sick of Leo. I don't know what to do. He then tells her that he is scared to give her too much validation just in case he doesn't pick her. And I'm thinking, like, Leo, are you listening to yourself? I'm not going to tell you how much I like you just in case I want to go with somebody else. But I want to tell you that no, don't leave. Give me a chance to kick you to the side. It's basically what she's hearing. So she gets mad and said, God damn, why we can't have a fun date? And I was with her. We could have been in here talking about sushi. I like rainbow rolls myself. But no. You want to talk about how hard it is for you to have to juggle two women. He then tells her, look, wait a teeny tiny bit more longer. Just a little bit, a smidgen. Wait a smidgen longer so that I can go talk to my other connection and see if, I like her more after that conversation. Oh, good God. He then tells her he'll have some clarity for her tonight. And she was like, why don't you just sleep on it? He's like, great. We'll have a fun day tonight. I'm going to have a surprise for you. When nigga, it's not a surprise no more. Now I'm expecting a gift. Stupid. You can tell Leo don't get nobody. My God. So Leo and Hannah. So he starts talking about how much money he makes. I said, "Oh girl, oh girl." He then brings up the thought of a prenup. Hannah was like, "Well, I don't have no money. I'm cool with it." Hannah said, broke, fight broke. We ain't got it." Hannah was like, "Cool. I'll sign the prenup. That's cool. Whatever you want, Otis." Right? So she likes the fact that even though he has a lot of money, he still chooses to work. Now, you don't know that for a fact, but I'm going to let you roll with it. So they start talking about insecurities. Hannah said that her insecurities are external, and obviously that means physical wise, right? So she said she went through the fat stage in middle school, and her mom would lock the cabinet to lock all the snacks up. She then said she gained a lot of weight during COVID. And like, I'm trying not to laugh, but I'm thinking of the movie Friday After Next. I'm not laughing at her. I'm thinking of Baby D sliding across that hood with all them snacks. I don't know why that popped into my head. But she said she lost 40 pounds last year, so kudos to her. That is nothing to take lightly. She should be screaming at from the rafters, and she should be very proud of that. And I don't think Hannah looks that big, to be honest. I honestly don't. Hannah looks like a full figure woman, but she doesn't look big, she doesn't look sloppy or anything of the sort. So it has to just be at some point somebody done called Hannah fat, being an ass, being an ass because she doesn't look much bigger. I mean, she looks bigger than Brittany, sure, but she doesn't look like a big woman. She's no bigger than, what was her name? Um, Alexa, from the rich girl. She doesn't look any bigger than her. I think Hannah looks fine, to be honest. She doesn't. So when she said that she lost 40 pounds, he kind of made a face. Personally, I wouldn't have said that in the pods. I would have waited to have that conversation after we had met. Because what that's doing now is you're putting an image of how much he probably is thinking that you weigh now. So now he's going away from your mental, Hannah, and now he's thinking about size. So she then said that if he gained 100 pounds, she wouldn't care. Now, the face he made was on some, you bet not gain 100 pounds. But then he's like, no, if you gained 500 pounds, I would still love you. And I said, Leo, I don't believe you. I do not believe you. Because every time she talked about weight, you paused. Every time she mentioned something with weight, you paused. You made a face. You look shocked. I'm clocking it. Needs to go get that hair lined up. He then asked her if he proposes, would she say yes? And she was like, yes, but keep in mind, I have another connection too. So again, a lot of these conversations aren't making sense. Leo is saying, if I propose to you today, will you say yes? Your response is yes, but I still have another connection. Is it me? That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, but that does not make sense to say. We then get Hannah and Nick. He has a salad waiting for her. He has a salad waiting for her for dinner. The salad looked good AF though. Looked like a chicken Caesar salad. That salad looked good. He asked her about her date that she just had with Leo. And she was like, I don't want to talk about it. And no, we don't want to talk about it because I'm not on a date with Leo. I'm here on a date with you. So she asked him if he does well financially. You know why? Because Leo's rich, and I know Leo's rich. So I mean, is you broke, or was good? Can you compete with Leo financially, basically? And Nick was like, I mean, I'm in real estate. You don't come into real estate making six figures right away, but I do okay for myself. She said, because I don't work, so we gotta have something till I find a job. This is what I find interesting, though. Hannah, you said at the beginning of the season that you had a job that was very well paying, that paid well. It was your dream job. To me, a dream job equates into getting a little bit of coins, okay? Were you not saving? You don't have a savings, you don't have a cushion, you don't have a 401k, you don't have a Roth set to the side. Like, what are we doing? So you quit your job, you didn't have no savings, but you quit your job to come on TV. Poor decisions. Poor decisions. Um, she then talks about and tells him about her mom locking up the cabinet from the snacks, and he flat out laughs at her. He flat out laughs and was like, "I'm just picturing like all the snacks being in the cabinet," and she starts laughing, and it's like, "Are you laughing because he's laughing, or are you laughing out of embarrassment? Because if you feel offended at the fact that he was laughing at that, check his ass in." So he tells her he doesn't care what she looks like now, doesn't care what she looks like, what she looked like in the past. He thinks she's beautiful, and this conversation is why he loves her. Monica and Steven say I love you for the first time. I don't really care about them, to be honest. But Monica and Steven say I love you for the first time. Tyler and Ashley finally meet. They seem to like each other. They kiss right away. They hug right away. I think they're cute together. They look good together. He gets down on one knee, proposes to her right away. She hugs him again, and then we see her face all right here. And I said, oh God. Setting spray, setting powder. I just kind of feel like, as a brown skinned woman myself, I got a little bit of melanin in me. When I hug anybody, I always hug, turn my head to the side and up. Because what this does, okay, is it makes sure that my face is not on your shirt, your jacket, your whatever. He gonna get home. He gonna get back to the house, to the room, and be like, God damn! I hate to see somebody, a woman's face on a man's jacket. Come on, ladies, you are too old to not know how to hug somebody. God. Nonetheless, Tyler's getting emotional. He doing all this crying. Is Tyler a Cancer? Because y'all know Cancer men are overly sensitive. And she says she likes the fact that he's sensitive. Him being a crier is fine. But it's like, ooh, he's so emotional. Okay. I like it though. Get in touch with your emotions, sir. So I like them. They're cute together. I hope they work. I really hope they work because I think that they honestly and truly have a connection. Hannah and Nick. So she's rambling on and on about how he's so much more than what people think. And he was like, I love you. I think I love you. Alrighty. And her response was, this is scary because, I have connections with two people. And I didn't know what I wanted. But you know what? God damn it, gee golly, Willikers, I love you too. I said, all right. Good thing you called him back after dumping him, huh? Nick, you should still be keeping an eye on her for using that peer pressure to break up with you. Leo and Brittany. So they have the date. The surprise is his blanket that he said he saturated with cologne. Awesome. Awesome for her nose and for that room. I hope it smelled good. My God. So he asked her, what type of rings do you like? And she said, I will answer if I know that you are only asking me and you're not asking Hannah. And he was like, well, I'm going to ask either both of you or neither one of you. And she was like, why? And he was like, well, because you give me the vibe that you're a woman that wants a particular ring. So she was like, for me, okay, I'm ready to go. She said, because I don't want to be with, how can my future husband not know if he wants me or another woman? And on one hand, Brittany, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I am. But this is the name of the game. This is the show. Girl, you should have went on Married at First Sight, where that man was going to be yours and yours alone from jump. This is not the show for you. It's just not. So he's like, well, okay, can I just guess? I think that you would like a big ass rock, with a very delicate band. And she's like, yeah, I need a big rock. He's like, okay, awesome. And I think that, I don't know the kind of metal. I only wear gold. Okay, so gold metal. Awesome. And I think kind of by, your voice that you're a smaller woman. I said, do you? Okay. Okay. And she was like, yeah, I'm small. He's like, okay. And then maybe a square ring or an oval. I like ovals. I said, girl, you are telling him the ring. You might as well just say it. So he's like, yeah, I was thinking oval, but I didn't want to, I wanted to mitigate my choices. So, okay, like that wasn't so bad now, was it? I said, I was so over this conversation. So then he tells her, take my blanket and wrap yourself in it and cuddle with it the entire time. His blanket, because his blanket was the brown one, I believe, was crumpled up to the side, and she got her blanket. I think her blanket was the gray one. I could be wrong. I should have rewinded to confirm. But she throws her blanket over her head, and she was like, I don't know what to do. So he starts making kissing noises, and she's like, I can't even do that back because it's weird. She does not understand her future husband being torn. And I'm like, so she kind of feels like she's going to remember this even after they get married. And he said, well, that's good to know because that is not a good foundation for a marriage. I said, oh, God. Brittany, this wasn't the process for you, and that's okay. That's fine, but this wasn't the process for you. Meanwhile, in the ladies' lounge, when they get back, Hannah tells Brittany that she's going to break up with Leo, while Leo is over in the men's lounge planning a date with Hannah because he is still confused. Hannah and Leo go on their date. Hannah gets right to it. Yeah, the other guy, I think, other guy I'm seeing I love. We have a connection. And I need somebody that's 100% sure of me. Leo damn near loses his shit. What do you mean? Oh my God, Hannah, no. Hannah, no. I said, Leo, the audacity, the gall, the temerity, the nerve. The gall. Leo, you have been stringing along Hannah and Brittany. So you're mad that Hannah is like, look, you're not giving me the security that I need. You're not giving me the reassurance. Nigga, you're torn. Why would I be all in on you and you're not all in on me? And that's what I don't understand about Leo. So Leo is like, if I would have known, I would have told you I loved you and how I wanted to marry you. No. That's not how it works. It shouldn't have to be for her telling you that somebody else is telling her those things for you to want to do it, Leo. That's not how it works. That's how you know Leo don't have no game. That's how you know Leo is really just that man that leads with his money because that's all he has going for himself. Because you ain't that cute. Your hairline's kind of busted. That hairline a little crooked. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like this entire last sequence was like WTF to the third degree. So Hannah is like, you weren't sure. Leo is saying that, well, I didn't know. Did you make up your mind? How committed are you guys? Hannah, I want you. I said, child cheese. What? What is going on? So then Leo said that he loves her, wants to marry her, and he wants Hannah to be his wife. I said, y'all gonna give Brittany gonna be in a ball. Brittany is gonna be a shell of a person if y'all do this to her. If you know what happens, don't tell me. I didn't watch it yet. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode 3. Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video. Who's getting on your nerves? Are they getting on your nerves as much as they getting on my nerves? Please tell me I'm not alone in this. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.